Hello everyone. Today in our video, we will be discussing who angels are. The video offers a captivating journey into the realm of angelic tradition, unveiling various aspects and characteristics of angels across different religious cultures. Starting with their roles in Christianity and Judaism, the video transports viewers through centuries and continents, exploring a myriad of intriguing facts and legends about celestial beings. Delving into diverse perceptions of angels, from their early mentions in the Old Testament to contemporary interpretations in artistic and cultural spheres, the video provides a profound analysis. Audiences learn about different types of angels, their functions, and roles in the world of believers, as well as the ways angels have been depicted in art and literature throughout history. You might all be thinking of angels as elegant beings dressed in pure garments, with white wings and radiant halos. At times, they can administer punishment, while at other times they assist humans. I've always been curious about the nature of angels. I wanted to learn about their origins, their hierarchy, and how they are described in various religions. I wanted to discover famous angels, as well as those whom most people have never heard of. The word angel originates from the ancient Greek word angelos, literally meaning messenger. The interpretation of angelos is also a direct translation of the Hebrew term mal-akh, which simply means messenger without indicating its nature. In the Latin Vulgate, the Latin translation of the Bible from the 4th century, this meaning is bifurcated. When mal-akh or angelos refer to an ordinary human messenger, words like nuntius or legatus are used. But when the word refers to a supernatural being, the word angelus appears. This differentiation was adopted by later popular translations of the Bible, created by early Christian and Jewish exegetes, and eventually by modern scholars. The God of the Old Testament, Yahweh, is surrounded by a host of angelic beings. He is called the Lord of Hosts, and his angelic warriors participate in the battle against the forces of evil, led by Satan, who gradually acquires the traits of the archenemy. Judaism, in turn, adopted the concept of dividing the universe into three realms: heaven, earth, and hell. Heaven symbolizes the heavenly kingdom, populated by God and his angels, while earth symbolizes the material world of humanity, and hell, well, it's hell. The primary role of angels is to bridge the cosmic gap that separates God and humanity. That's why they're called messengers to humanity. They carry a message, bridging two worlds. In the traditions of Judaism and Christianity, it is believed that the separation between God and humanity occurred due to sin and the fall of humanity. As a result, humans became estranged and no longer understood their relationship with their Creator, as well as the purpose of their existence. But that's where angels come in. They're able to take on human form, serving as intermediaries between heaven and earth, revealing the divine plan, will, and law. In Judaism, angels are supernatural beings that appear in the Tanakh. The Tanakh is the Hebrew Bible, and the word itself is an acronym composed of the names of its three divisions: Torah, Nevi'im, and Ketuvim. The term Tanakh came into use in the Middle Ages. Angels also appear in rabbinic literature, apocrypha, pseudepigrapha, and traditional Jewish liturgy as representatives of the God of Israel. Angels in Judaism are divided into different hierarchies, and their essence is often associated with fire. The Talmud itself describes their essence as fire. Angels in Judaism should be distinguished from God, as they are strictly subordinate to him. The name of God is the so-called tetragrammaton or tetragram. In Jewish religious and Kabbalistic traditions, it's the four-letter name of the Lord that is not pronounced. It's considered the proper name of God, unlike his other epithet names. The original or true pronunciation of the tetragrammaton is now unknown. And though there is currently no consensus on the structure and etymology of the name, the form Yahweh is now almost universally accepted, although the previous vocalization Jehovah continues to be widely used. Incidentally, angels in Judaism can also reveal God's will and instructions to chosen individuals. In Jewish tradition, they also rank below humans in status, since they lack their own will and can only perform one divine. Thus, in Jewish tradition, angels are considered inferior to humans. The Tanakh is the universally recognized collection of holy books in Judaism, the scriptures of the Jews. As I mentioned, the Tanakh is an acronym, derived from the first letters of the Hebrew alphabet, indicating the books that comprise this holy scripture. It includes the Torah law, or Pentateuch of Moses Nevi'im, A, Yeh, Yurfits or prophetic books, and Ketuvim writings or historical books. So in the Torah, Hebrew terms such as Malach, Elohim, and so on are also used to denote beings traditionally interpreted as angels. Michael Coogan, a professor of Old Testament at Harvard Divinity School, notes that it is only in later Jewish texts that angels began to signify benevolent semi-divine beings. Before that, they were by no means benevolent. Coogan explains the development of this concept of angels as follows. In the period after the exile of the Jews from Babylon, with the development of explicit monotheism, these divine beings known as the sons of God, who were members of the divine council, were then effectively demoted to what we now know as angels. These creatures are created by God but are immortal, and therefore superior to humans. This concept of angels is best understood as a counterpart to demons. According to Rabbinic Judaism, angels do not have bodies but are eternal beings created from fire. Rabbinic Judaism is a rabbinic movement that emerged after the destruction of the Second Temple in Jerusalem and evolved into a major stream of Judaism. By approximately 200 CE, the movement had developed ritual and theology. Thus, angels occasionally appear in Midrash as rivals to humans. Angels, as heavenly beings, strictly adhere to God's laws and even envy humans because God shows favor to them. More precisely, God favors those who adhere to the Torah, pray, and resist evil instincts. It is to them that God gives preference over the faultless angels. As a result, in Jewish tradition, angels are ranked lower than humans. It is important to note that in Judaism, there is no specific number of angels or names for individual angels, as in Christian traditions. Instead, the idea of angels as spiritual messengers in Judaism is general and abstract, and each angel can perform its duties without a name or individual personality. Sometimes they may not even have a vivid description or specific form. This concept emphasizes the idea that what's important is not the angel itself, but its service to God and His will. So in Judaism, angels are more a means of communication between God and other creatures than individual beings with names and characters. In post-biblical Judaism, certain angels gained particular significance and developed unique personalities and roles. You've definitely heard the term archangel before. And although these archangels were considered part of the heavenly host, a systematic hierarchy of angels never emerged. Philo of Alexandria, a prominent representative of Jewish Hellenism centered around Alexandria, equates an angel with the Logos, as an angel is the immaterial voice of God. The Logos literally means word in ancient Greek. According to Philo of Alexandria, an angel is something distinct from God, but is conceived as an instrument of God. According to Kabbalah, there are 4 worlds, and our world is the last of them, the world of action, or Asia. Angels exist in higher worlds as the instruments of God. They are, so to speak, extensions of God that influence the real world of humans. Kabbalah is a Jewish mystical tradition that explores the nature of God, the universe, and the soul through the examination of various spiritual aspects and symbols. In Kabbalah, there are different concepts of angels, which can significantly differ from classical understandings of angels in Judaism. In Kabbalah, there are 10 emanations or sephirot, reflecting aspects of God's nature and the structure of the universe. Each sephira represents a certain quality or aspect, and angels can be considered incorporations of these aspects. In Kabbalah, as in other mystical systems, angels and demons are seen as different spiritual forces or beings that influence the world and the fate of humans. These forces may depend on human actions and interact with them in various aspects of their lives. Kabbalah places great importance on divine names and invocations, which can be used to communicate with angels and interact with spiritual forces. A significant aspect is the belief in the power of correctly using the names of God to achieve spiritual enlightenment and harmony. Kabbalah divides angels into 2 types: hyperpenimi, meaning inner unification, and hypersophi, meaning outer unification. These 2 types of angels reflect the inner and outer aspects of spiritual development. After an angel fulfills its task, it ceases to exist. This stems from the book of Genesis, when Abraham meets 3 angels, and Lot meets 2. One angel's task was to announce to Sarah and Abraham about their child. The other 2 were to save Lot and destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. After this was done, the angels disappear. Only 2 angels are mentioned by name in the Hebrew Bible: Archangel Michael, who represents God's kindness and advocates for human children, and Archangel Gabriel, who carries out acts of justice and strength. These angels are not present in the Hebrew Bible, but I should mention them. Jophiel, who expelled Adam and Eve from the Garden of Eden, wielding a flaming sword. He also punishes those who violate God's covenant. Metatron, the heavenly scribe of God. Archangel Raphael, the healing force of God. Archangel Uriel, who guides humanity to destiny. Archangel Samael, the angel of death. He is also called Malach. And Archangel Sandalphon, who precisely fights against Samael and unites humanity. Well, overall, these angels are just some of many mentioned in various texts and traditions of Judaism. In each tradition, there may be their own beliefs and interpretations of angels. Traditions vary greatly, and each differs slightly from the others. In the early stages, the Christian concept of an angel also characterized the angel as a messenger of God. Later, individual angelic messengers were identified: Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, and Uriel. Then, over a little more than 2 centuries, the image of angels acquired certain characteristics in both theology and art. Ellen Muehlberger argued that in late antiquity, angels were considered among many beings whose main purpose was to protect and guide Christians. In Christian Bibles, angels are also portrayed as spiritual beings who serve as intermediaries between God and humanity. But angels are considered superior to humans. Christians also believe that angels are created beings. In the Old Testament, angels are mentioned as both benevolent and fierce beings, although they are never referred to as demons. In the New Testament, the existence of angels, along with demons, is accepted as natural. Angels are depicted as beings who can intervene in events and intercede for humans. They typically protect the righteous, live in heaven, act as God's warriors, and worship Him. In the parable of the rich man and Lazarus, angels behave as psychopomps. A psychopomp is a creature, spirit, angel, or deity in many religions whose duty includes guiding the souls of the deceased from earth to the afterlife. In the doctrine of the resurrection of Jesus, a central tenet of Christianity, angels are depicted as informing the women that Jesus is no longer in the tomb because He has risen from the dead. Several instances of angelic interactions with humans involve the births of John the Baptist and Jesus Christ. In the Gospel of Luke, an angel appears to Zechariah to inform him that he will have a child despite his old age, thus proclaiming the birth of John the Baptist. In Luke, Gabriel visits Mary during the Annunciation to predict the birth of Jesus. Again in Luke, an angel comforts Jesus during his agony in the garden. Subsequent interactions occur in the Gospel of Matthew. There, an angel speaks to people near the empty tomb after Jesus' resurrection. Angels also roll away the stone from the tomb where the Son of God was buried. According to the Gospel of Matthew, after Jesus spent 40 days in the desert, it is said, ... the devil left him, and angels came and attended him. According to Augustine of Hippo, or St. Augustine, the term angel pertains to the name of their office rather than their nature, as they are pure spirits who act as messengers. Thus, their nature is spiritual, but being angels is their job, so to speak, something like heavenly office workers. Gregory the theologian believed angels were created as spirits or flames of fire by the late 4th century. Church fathers agreed that there were various categories of angels with corresponding missions and activities assigned to them personally. However, there were some discrepancies regarding the nature of angels. Some argued that angels have physical bodies, while others claimed they were bodiless. Some theologians supposed that angels were not divine beings at all, but were on a subordinate level to the Trinity, God's essence in 3 persons. Thomas Aquinas associates angels with Aristotle's metaphysics. In his view, angels possess more knowledge than humans, but they are not omniscient, as Matthew suggests. Angels are pure spirits, whose lives consist of knowledge and love. Being incorporeal, their knowledge is purely intellectual, as they physically feel nothing. Unlike humans, their knowledge is not acquired from the external world. All their knowledge is received at the moment of their creation. Moreover, they discern truth at a glance without the need for reasoning. They know everything that happens in the external world, but are unaware of secret human thoughts, which depend on human will. They also do not know the future unless revealed by God. According to Thomas Aquinas, angels are the closest beings to God. Therefore, like God, they are pure forms without matter. Each angel is a separate species, to which a unique individual belongs. Angels differ from one another by their unique and unrepeatable form. In other words, form, not matter, is their principle of individuation. The oldest known depiction of angels with wings is found on the prince's sarcophagus, dating back to the time of Theodosius I, discovered near Istanbul in the 1930s. From this period, Christian art predominantly depicts angels with wings, as seen in the mosaic cycle of the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore. 4- and 6-winged angels were portrayed as higher ranks of angels, especially cherubim and seraphim. Often only their faces and wings were depicted, without bodies. Such bodiless angels usually appear only in heavenly contexts, unlike angels tasked with missions on earth. They are often encountered in the pendants of church domes or semi-domes. John Chrysostom explained the significance of angelic wings, saying, "They reveal the exalted nature. That is why Gabriel is depicted with wings. It is not because angels actually have wings, but because they leave heavenly heights and their heavenly abode to approach human nature. Therefore, wings are attributed to these powers or beings as an indication of the exalted nature." Regarding attire, angels, especially Archangel Michael, are depicted as military agents of God and appear in late antique military attire. This uniform consists of a tunic to the knees, a breastplate, and greaves. Such basic military attire was depicted in Western art until the Baroque period and continued to appear in Eastern Orthodox icons to this day. Other angels are traditionally portrayed in long robes, and in the late Middle Ages they often wear the deacon's vestment, such as a cope or dalmatic. This costume was often painted on the Archangel Gabriel in Annunciation scenes, as seen in Jan van Eyck's Annunciation. Some types of angels are described as having more unusual or even frightening attributes. In summary, the video provides a comprehensive exploration of angels across different religious traditions, from their origins in ancient texts to their portrayal in contemporary culture. It highlights the multifaceted roles angels play in various belief systems, their significance in shaping religious narratives, and their enduring appeal as symbols of divinity and transcendence. Through captivating visuals and expert insights, the video offers viewers a deeper understanding of the rich and diverse world of angelic lore and spirituality. We encourage you to share your thoughts and opinions on this topic in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful content like this. Your support helps us continue creating engaging videos on a wide range of topics. Thank you for watching and being part of our community.